I have already shown you where I sleep when I camp in my Tesla Model 3. And look at this. This is my campsite, and this costs $25 a night for this view. I sleep on the test mat. It is a custom-made memory foam mattress that folds up and fits inside the sub-trunk of a Model 3 and a Model Y. And I think they have one of these in development for the Model S and the Model X. But what do I do about this issue? The fact that even though the roof glass is tinted, the side glass, the windshield, and the back glass aren't. Well, TestMat has a solution for that. It's a privacy screen, and that gives you privacy from eyeballs looking in, even at night, while keeping the sun out when you want to get a little bit more sleep. And this is it right here in this stuff sack, which is actually sewn into it. It's a privacy screen for the Model 3. This is custom made for the Model 3, so it fits perfectly around the windshield and all the side glass. The Model Y is a slightly different design because it's got different glass, and as I said, I think that they're working on one for the Model S and the Model X. It's really fast to put up, but there are a few tricks that will make it a little bit easier for you and end up with a cleaner result. First thing you're going to do is just unstuff it. This is made out of the lightest ripstop nylon that would actually block light, which makes it pack up nice and small. You have to find the front, which has these two lightweight carabiners on it, and you pop the visor across like that. Just gonna leave it like that for now. I put it behind the mirror because I actually have to show this tag while I'm parked. Same thing on this side, just gotta reach across. And now you just flip the visors forward to hold that into place. I'm just gonna take the excess and loop it behind the headrest. I'm gonna take the front flap and move it behind the screen and the steering wheel, and now we're gonna tuck the corners into the trim at both sides. I'm gonna show you the trick to get this so the front flap is above the vent, so that when you're running HVAC at night, when you're running camp mode, it's not blowing up in behind this, it's blowing into the passenger compartment with you. So I'm going to show you where this is going to go before I show you how to do it. It is going to slip in this part between the trim and the headliner, and that's going to hold it in place so that it stays above this vent. So for this part, we're not going to need any special tools, it turns out. We can just work it in there. We're going to fit this part of the fabric in this crack here between the dash trim and the headliner. We want to get this seam tight in that corner, and I'm just going to hold this and I'm going to work it back and forth, saw it back and forth right into that trim. And you can see I've got all of this fabric. It's just going to hang loose right here, and that helps give privacy to the side windows in the front. Now we're going to do the other side. For this side, I'm just going to show the same thing but the outside view. Pull the fabric tight, going to find that slot and saw it back and forth to get that tucked in there, and that is it. Now when you look inside, you can see this is the bottom of the fabric. Here is the vent. There's enough extra fabric that you don't have to have this perfectly aligned left to right. This is actually, I have it a little bit tighter on the right side than this side, but this is going to be perfectly fine. Now I'm just going to take this and kind of work its way back towards the back glass here, just like this. And here's the fabric. It's straight. I'm going to, actually I already have this down. And take the garment hook, pull this taut, flip it over the garment hook, and then close the garment hook. And that's going to hold it nice and tight even when you get in and out of the door, which you're going to want to do. And it's also going to keep tension off of this suction cup, which you're just going to find a spot and you want it actually loose both directions. You don't want it all the way on the side. You want it loose front to back, and you want it loose side to side. And then get that suction cup on there. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Open the garment hook, pull this nice and tight, flip it over the garment hook and close it. Then we're going to take this suction cup, we're going to find that point of maximum tension and back off just a little bit. You don't want too much tension on these suction cups or they'll pull off in the middle of the night. Now we've got this stuff sack, and what I like to do is just fill it with something heavy. I've got my pocket contents, and we're going to slide that back on the middle of the deck. That's going to help get things out of our way for the last step, which is to tuck the corners into the trim. For that, I use my key card. I'm going to lift this so you can see we're going to tuck it in right here. And now we're going to do the other side. And that's it in the back. Let me give you a tour. And there you go. Covering the back glass, the side glass, and the windshield on both sides, but I can't twist myself around to show. With the doors shut, it gets pretty dark in here. I have to have light so you can see the black fabric. Yes, there is light coming in through the roof. It is a glass roof. It's heavily tinted though, and it's much darker than is looking on video right now because I have the exposure boosted so you can see this. But during the day and even at night, nobody can see in through this tint, even when you're really, really close. I've had lights on inside of the car and you can see this glowing, but you can't actually see inside it. The tint is very effective. Sadly, even though this is what I look up at when I'm lying down in the Model 3, it's tinted too dark for you to be able to stargaze. The brightest stars shine through, but not most of them. But this is actually a pretty view during the day and when you wake up, that's for sure. And this is what it looks like from outside. Of course, there's pollen and bird poop on the windows from being out here, but there is no way to see inside of this car. You have perfect privacy. And right here, like, you can see inside the car, but you can't see the people inside the car. And you've got a very good seal across the dash while still allowing HVAC to flow into the compartment back where you'll be sleeping. This goes together a whole lot faster when you're not trying to put it on video like I just did. It does take a practice time or two to get the hang of it, but once you do, you can put this up in about 2 minutes. And if you wanted privacy when you went for a jog somewhere, or I used to train in triathlons, I know I don't look it now, but there are tons of times where I'd go straight to ride my bike from work and I'd want to change into my cycling clothes. And this would have been very handy as opposed to just trying to wrap a towel around yourself so people walking by wouldn't see you. But you don't have to be camping to want to have this kind of privacy in your Model 3 or your Model Y. And this is actually a really good solution. Putting it away when you're done is super easy with its built-in stuff sack. I found that if I just point the stuff sack opening towards me and get everything behind it, I just use my thumbs and tuck it all in, and it goes in really fast that way. You don't have to be careful with it. And that is it. Super fast. And then I just shove it in here, and that's where it lives the whole time. So it's always there in case I need it, even if I'm not camping.
The Model Y privacy screen is a little different. It has a separate panel for the back glass. That way you can open and close the hatch without having to untuck the screen first. I'll put a link to my full video on the test mat mattress for the Model 3 and Model Y in the video description, and you can save $20 off the mattress by using code TECHOFTECH when you place your order. Shipments of both the mattress and the privacy screen often sell out quickly, but TestMat has been great about filling back orders while they work hard to increase their supply. Be sure to subscribe for more Tesla camping videos. I really appreciate you watching the Tech of Tech, and I hope to see you next time.